Lucas Oil Stadium.
You were at a high school game. High school motherfuckers and old parents who can't control a phone are going to use an iPhone because they can't understand the mechanics of an Android phone.
Were you there?
No, I didn't have to be, but I'm telling you.
It was people of all ages. Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 86.
And to 86 something means to be out of or banned from.
I thought it was like scrap or something like that.
Yeah, to 86 something.
Can you use it in a sentence?
86 those patties, crabs. Remember that from SpongeBob?
Nope.
You don't remember when the health inspector?
Nah.
Really?
I know. I don't think I've ever heard anybody use that before.
It's like you're 86th.
I am.
Like you're kicked out.
Dang
you're
it.
banned.
All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah. So that's what 86 is, and it's not exciting. 86 is just a standard number, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What are we going to go to first?
Yeah.
Quick housekeeping note. Last week we talked about Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s retirement.
Yeah.
I was a week off on that. It actually happened the Sunday before we recorded.
Oh.
And I didn't see it on Facebook until after it happened, so I just missed it. So my fault. Sorry about the wrong information.
My bad.
November 19th is when he retired.
Ooh.
Which,
just because I just said my bad. When did my bad happen?
I remember hearing it when I was like a junior in high school.
Yeah, I was in middle school.
I want to say, I was in middle school.
It's a stupid thing to say.
It is, but it's so easy to say.
And it's not acknowledging that you've done something wrong at all. It sounds fun to say.
It sounds fun to say. So, you know.
My bad.
Okay, but you know what is very not proper to say? My bad. You say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so just to kind of go, I guess we can just go into this first story here. A couple days ago, Josh and I had to drive up to Lansing, Michigan to drop our friend Jer off.
Alex.
And what?
My bad is a proper English phrase.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's been used plenty of times.
I still agree with you that it's not.
It's not proper.
Real proper,
yeah. So anyways, so we go up and we go out to dinner to this. It's like a uprise, like a fancier kind of version of like almost like a Cheddar's or a grill or something. Just a little bit more. It's not like too fancy, but it's not like going to Cheddar's.
Right.
It's like kind of in between that. I'm not exactly sure how else to describe it.
Okay.
So anyways, we get there, and to go right into the my bad story, the server had messed up Jer's order, and this is, like I said, a fancier.
You talking about the waitress we had?
Yeah. She said this is like her first or second night, so she was a bit younger too. But this is, like I said, a fancier kind of restaurant. So she had brought all of our orders out, and then she had Jer specifically said like no avocado or something because Jer's like allergic to avocado, and she comes out and brings his tacos, and of course he's like, what's this green stuff like sprinkled or swiveled all over my taco? And she goes, oh my gosh, my bad. And she's like, I'll take care of that for you right away. She was very proper, but what really downgraded her from like starting to apologize was the my bad.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right. You just say, I'm sorry.
Well, Alex,
it's something to get out of your lingo when you're working.
The slang term or originated in the 1970s.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. Yeah,
I believe it. If I'm going to accept responsibility for something, I just say my fault.
Yeah,
or
my fault
sorry.
or I'm sorry.
I apologize.
That's an apology, not accepting responsibility.
Okay, so that's my fault.
That's my fault. I say, oh, my fault.
Okay, well, and then there's two versions of saying my bad, which I'm not like, I don't want to bash anybody that says it because I personally say it in a non-professional.
Yes, you do.
Things like if I bump to oh my bad or oh I dropped this oh my bad, I say it all the time. But in a work setting, it's probably just not the best thing to say. But there's two versions. There's my bad and oh that's my bad. Trust me, I've heard people say it that way too.
I have too. It's like,
oh,
that's my fault.
bad. I think that way that's a little bit not as I don't know. I don't know
you
which
see,
one's
Alex,
worse.
we should have done words today because we're talking about phrases.
No, we'll do it next week.
Next week.
But there was one other thing that happened, or one other thing I want to talk about with this restaurant. So we are the youngest people. I looked around. We are the youngest people in this restaurant. Okay, so we're getting sat down. It's got like the folded up wrapped silverware and like the nice napkins, and it's everything set out really nice. So they bring out our menus. They are on tablets, like legit, like, and it's got like a nice like case to it that you open up, and they're tablets.
Yeah.
So this is what we're trying to do. We're like looking at it and we're trying to figure out how to, we're automatically trying to swipe down or swipe up and back and forth, trying to figure out how to work our menus, and everyone else around us knows how to do it. And we're the youngest people there.
Yeah.
And then at one point, one of the menus shut off and we're sitting there looking around trying to figure out how to turn it back on and couldn't figure it out. So I start waving in front of it.
Yep. That's not all. I looked at it and I was like, ooh, we're at a restaurant where they don't show the prices of the food. So I was like, oh, crap. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to see what this means. So I tapped on it and it showed the price and all that stuff.
And a picture of
and
the
a photo of
an
it.
actual
It was
like
very
cooked
elegant
photo. I mean, it was very nice. But I'm used to like going to like Olive Garden or Fridays or something. They've got that little thing at the end of the table. I'm used to using that, but this like takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
There was like a little button up at the very top that you could push that organized your menu, and certain you can either do it that way and choose your food, or you can just swipe to the left and it had other categories and pictures. And I was getting frustrated with it because I kept wanting to swipe down, not to the left.
Swipe up.
Or swipe up, I guess. Yeah, swipe up.
From the bottom to the top.
Yeah. To move the picture, and that kept clicking on things that I didn't want. And then I looked around, I'm like, so do we just click on this and that's how we order, or do we get our server? Like, It was all confusing. I was like, I'm not prepared for this. I just want to have my food.
And you know what she ordered?
Salad.
A chicken Caesar salad. Just for all that, to look at the entire thing.
I was like, I'm just going to have a salad.
Salad.
Did you use it then to order, or do you?
No. You have to ask the actual server. Yeah. So it's almost pointless.
Yeah, what
I don't
save a tree, I guess.
Maybe.
I guess, but
you're not using paper.
You're using, $100. I mean, how many do they have in the place?
Well, they have. There's a pretty big place.
It's quite a big place.
But it's also a pricey restaurant.
Yeah.
Mine and Alex's tab. Alex got salad. I got just a standard like small meal. Mine was like $17 or $18 altogether.
I think it was
like a $50 tab. And we got water. And all we were doing was just sitting down for dinner with Jer before we left him in Detroit.
The one other thing was when Jer ordered his whiskey, he said, I'll have he kept wanting to ask her about certain whiskeys that they had, and she like I said, she was new, so she really didn't have a lot of the alcohol knowledge. And he's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna have this with and now she's walking away, a rock, like meaning like one ice cube.
Yeah.
And she comes back with his whiskey
and a cup full of ice.
And she goes, I wasn't sure how many rocks you wanted.
So I said to Jer, I was like, Jer, you get to pick your favorite ice cube out of that.
Yeah, you get to pick your favorite rock.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
it was an experience. I'm like, we would not do well at a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
You guys need to go to either like Chops or Cork and Cleaver.
I've been to Chops. Chops is really good.
Most expensive
it was for like
place.
a meeting. But I don't know. It's nice. It's good food.
Cork and Cleaver.
Never been to Cork and Cleaver.
Have you been to those places? Yeah. Are they pretty high end? Do you have to wear?
They are to what I.
Well, we're the same as you, Brett. We're very homegrown. We don't care.
I felt out of place there. Yes.
We'll dine in at a McDonald's.
Yeah. No, but the other place is Eddie Merlot's.
I know about that, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good, but super fancy and super expensive.
Yeah.
So
when we're rich and famous, we'll do it.
Chops and Cork and Cleaver, maybe just at Chops, they put just a straight number on the menu. Like it's not $15.99. It's like $15.
Okay.
No $ sign, anything like that. So
I've seen
it's
those.
just a different way to do it, but
just flat, just real standard. There you go. But let's get into the past weekend.
How was y'all's Thanksgivings?
Standard?
Filling.
Yeah. Filling. Yeah.
Very filling.
Full filling.
We had full
because we were full.
Yeah, I get
Jokes.
it. Yeah, funny. Yeah, we had 2 meals, and we had one at we were there by 2, but we probably didn't eat until closer to 3.
Yeah.
So we had one at 3, and then the other one we had to be at 4, and we probably ate around 4:45.
Yeah.
On the same day.
On
Yes.
the same day.
Wow.
2
Yeah.
families. Same
What's
day.
really annoying, and I know this is going to make me sound like a pig, but when it's really good and you're full.
Oh,
Yes!
You wanna eat
yeah. I was
more.
sitting there just like, I can't even lift my
want,
fork.
I want to, but
because
I can't.
if it gets any closer to my face, I will vomit. Like I wasn't having it. Like when we had our second meal, which is, there's a lot more, like a lot more options and stuff.
Well, we made 2 turkeys and a chicken, 2 full turkeys.
There was a turkey breast. That wasn't chicken.
That tiny thing?
I thought it was a turkey.
No, that
breast.
was a chicken.
Why would we?
I don't know. That's what he wanted to make.
Okay, whatever.
But for 8 people.
Yeah.
2 big turkeys and a chicken, and then a bunch of different sides.
Oh yeah.
It was, I mean, at the first one I was at, or the one on Thursday, it was frustrating because the regular food was really good, and then there was a lot of really good desserts that I just did not have room for.
Right.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, you know what I didn't have?
Alex did not have something.
Pie?
I did not have pumpkin pie. It was by the end of the night, and then by the end of the night when we were already gone from the dinner, I'm like, looking for something to snack on. I'm like, I didn't bring back any pumpkin pie.
Yep.
Still get them, I think.
I know, but it's not the same.
It's not in the same.
I'd rather have it late than wait till next year.
See, what Alex likes is to almost not be able to even finish a piece because she's so full. That's
I don't know. It's
sense.
just the
With
only
family,
time I ever have pumpkin pie is Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Like that's the memory I have of pumpkin pie.
my favorite.
Pecan.
No.
No.
Oh,
Pecan?
I'd hate pecans or pecans or I can't eat that.
You're on a roll.
Let me write it down.
I pecan't.
I pecan't. I don't know.
Can't eat that. Don't worry about it. So I've realized that my favorite Thanksgiving item has changed over the years. Like a lot of people like, oh, I love this, I love that. Alex loves potatoes. I know that for sure. Like that's her go-to.
That's my go-to. I eat potatoes all day, day.
For me, it's changed to the green bean casserole and the deviled eggs.
That hasn't changed.
I love deviled eggs.
My cousin makes deviled eggs for every family thing.
That's
I
good.
hate them.
A lot of times, they don't make it to the dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner, you know?
Exactly. Like I was snacking on them before we even had our
Josh
second
is
dinner.
sitting me and he's like, "You want to get one? You want one?" And I'm like, "No, get it
You should
away."
you should just
No,
try.
no,
Try it.
no, it's nasty.
Hey,
No.
you like broccoli now.
Mayonnaise.
It's with mustard.
Mayonnaise and mustard does not sound good.
That's great. It's
No.
great.
Do you like deviled eggs?
No.
See?
You know what, though? Honestly, I've only smelled them. I don't think I've ever tried one. And
I just know I don't like mustard and I don't like mayonnaise, but I like eggs. That's 2 out of the 3 there, and I don't like 2.
Do you like mustard?
Well, okay, mustard, a little bit of mustard mixed like on a burger. If it's already mixed in.
Okay, so
That's it.
barbecues or sloppy joes.
You can't taste the mustard.
There's mustard seed in ketchup.
But
Do you know that?
we're not having this argument. It's ketchup.
I don't mind mustard, but I don't think it's as good on stuff as like ketchup.
Ooh, see, you guys get thrown out of a Chicago brat store. You know,
I don't
like
care.
what was that place that was on the corner by our place in Chicago? We only went there once.
Oh, I can't. Is that
Chicago dogs. But
Sure.
if you put ketchup on it, they would kick you out.
Yeah.
Yellow mustard. I like honey mustard, especially, or
yeah.
Dijon mustard. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just straight yellow mustard. I can eat it, but it's not. I'm like, oh, I need mustard. You know.
Okay.
Nope.
I always go for it.
I would skip the mustard.
We had hot dogs last night, and I was like, hell
Okay.
yeah. So Alex knows which ones are hers and which ones are mine.
Yep.
Because I put mustard on mine.
I think with deviled eggs, it's probably not a taste thing with me. It's probably more of a texture. Like I get, I start eating it and I'm like, this feels gross.
It's a hard-boiled egg with the yolk mashed up.
Yep.
It's just like having I guess, scrambled eggs with mayonnaise and mustard. And
Ew.
It's cold. And it's all cold.
Oh, but it's great.
Yeah, see,
anyways,
it's just
let's
wrong.
get off this topic.
Talk about your birthday.
Yeah, over the weekend. Well, Alex got me the Gallahorn, by the way. That was great.
Oh, yeah,
on
that's
our
right.
last episode. Did you see that sitting by the couch? I unboxed it.
Oh, no. I didn't.
You didn't see it?
Well, we'll have to
show it to you.
Yeah, we'll have to show it to you. It's huge.
But
Did you record that?
No. I was like, unboxing, maybe.
I think it took maybe 5 minutes. It was like we woke up Thanksgiving morning. I should have bought it for him for Christmas because it was like a little. It was like he was like a little kid. Like I woke up and I was still in bed and Jer still hadn't woken up yet. And Josh comes in, you hear.
The sound of the Gallahorn. How's it go again, Alex?
I'm not doing it again. And he comes in and like shoots the thing at me, and then all of a sudden you hear Jer wake up. He's like, "Is that the Gallahorn?"
Yeah. So everyone that are Destiny fans at my work, I told them, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, wife of the year.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh man, that's awesome!"
Yeah.
Like getting a nerdy present like that. Anyways, so on Saturday night we decided to go out and celebrate with our friend Rick. Happy belated birthday, Rick!
Happy birthday, Rick.
Yes, that was
Happy
on Monday.
birthday, Rick.
That was on Monday. You
Yeah.
probably didn't know that.
I knew it was close because I actually met or ran into him at Buffalo Wild Wings last week. So
Okay.
Oh.
I forgot to tell you guys that.
Yeah. So we went to Towers, had the amazing wings. That was great.
Some wings.
Yeah, Tower wings are the best in
Sang
the
some karaoke.
west side of Fort Wayne. What? Sang a little bit of karaoke, yeah. And then we went to Break and Run, which I do not remember.
Yeah, because Josh was getting snake bites.
Okay, I had two.
He had 2 snake bites at Tower along with his other couple.
I had
alcoholic.
three Morgan and Cokes.
Yeah. So by the time we left Tower, he was already like starting to slur.
I was 3 sheets to the wind.
So we got to Break and Run maybe a little after midnight, and Josh was loud and obnoxious.
Hey, you said I wasn't. I said that I do anything
no, I said,
bad.
and I told you were loud when we got into Break and Run, and then we stuck you in a corner, and you and I think Rick or somebody, you had a buddy you were talking to for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You got a babysitter for a little bit.
All of Break and Run, I don't remember.
No, we played some pool.
Played some pool and played some, I hate calling it cornhole.
We played some
It is cornhole.
It's also called bags. Didn't we talk about this?
No, we talked about it, I think, with Jer.
Okay.
It's called there's a bunch of really weird names that it's
Different
called.
names.
I played darts by myself.
Oh, I didn't see you do that.
It was at the end of the night when you guys are all finishing your cornhole games, and I was drunk. I probably looked really funny. I was off by myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna play darts, and I was just throwing there, bouncing off the dartboard. I was like, I picked him up and I put him back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably too drunk to be playing darts.
They got rid of some dartboards.
Yeah, they did. They made more space for cornhole.
Yeah.
So what about Steak and Shake?
Yeah, so like usual, everybody gets hungry after they're done drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we did another 3 a.m. Steak and Shake run. And
Did you Uber?
no, we did not Uber.
We had a DD.
Oh yeah, never mind. And then so we went to Steak and Shake, and then so we got there. Of course, the other people that are there at 3 a.m. on a Saturday night are drunk too. So you had like a couple drunk tables. So we sit there and we are. It felt like it took forever to get our meal. I think it's just because there are other people there. Mm-hmm. But we ended up going just like stupid crazy with the stuff sitting on the table and having fun with it. And like there were stickers, like Steak and Shake
stickers. For some reason, were on the floor.
For some reason, I don't know whose. I don't really remember, but someone's idea was that everybody gets stickers, and we all had one in the middle of our forehead. And then Jer, there was these two like circle stickers that looked almost like eyeballs, like crazy eyeballs. So he made like a hand puppet and put one here and one here to make it look like a puppet.
He was so drunk.
He was really drunk, and he grabbed like a chicken finger thing, and I had videotaped him, and it is hilarious. I don't know if he saved it or not, but he did this thing where he was like moving it, and he's like, "Give me some goddamn chicken fingers." And I was like, "What? No."
He was so drunk.
But it was so funny because he was so drunk.
It was.
He had the eye placement on his knuckles just perfect.
It was pretty funny.
It was a drunken hand puppet.
Did you do anything over the weekend?
I don't think I did. Oh, yeah. Saturday I went to Indy with cousin Andrew.
Yeah.
And we watched the state football games.
Okay.
State championship games.
Of high school?
High school, yeah.
Okay.
And
that's kind of weird, don't you think?
Why?
You know nobody that goes to high school.
No, but I went to high school.
Okay. So you're just going to randomly go to a high school game?
It's fun because there are, in Indiana, there's 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A schools. Depending on the population is how large you are. But on Saturday, there was the 2, 4, and 6A games. Mm-hmm. Well, the 2A game was a school real close, or it might even be in Fort Wayne. So just kind of a local thing there.
Yeah.
But the first two games were real close. Like, it came down to the fourth quarter, and the second game especially was the first game ended just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So the 6A game, this is, it starts at 7 o'clock at night. So me and Andrew, and his brother went to Nick, and then we met.
So your other cousin.
My two cousins and me. And then we met our friend Paul, who Andrew and I went to high school with.
Paul. Oh, Beef?
No, that's Jared.
Oh, no. Are you, really? Did we meet a Paul?
Yeah, because...
Paul and Jackie.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except they are no more. But anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
So, and Paul coaches high school football.
Okay.
So it was just kind of a thing we want to do. But the 6A game comes. 6A game comes, starts, and it is 21-0 in the first quarter with 4 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Wow.
This school from Indiana called Ben Davis, they are so good, and they
Ben
just
Davis is a good
killed.
school.
They murdered the other team. It wasn't even close.
Wow.
And apparently the other school, they've met several times in the state finals, and Ben Davis always kicks their butts.
Wow.
But it was some impressive high school football to watch. I mean, I'm talking, passing.
Did Snyder go?
Snyder did not go.
Oh.
Bishop Lures or Bishop Dwinger goes a lot, but they were not there this
Snyder
year.
usually did too.
Okay, you're talking 10 years ago.
Okay, well, that's how long we've been out of high school. So,
but it's fun because it's at Lucas Oil Stadium, and if you've never been there, that's a cool place.
Alex
to
has
check
been there.
out.
The Dome?
Lucas Oil Stadium?
Is that the Dome? What used to be called the Dome?
Really a dome.
I know, but is that what it used to be called? I just know it as the Dome.
There was the Hoosier Dome, which was then the RCA Dome, which
the RCA
is now
Dome.
No longer because Lucas Oil is up.
Okay, so is it the same? Did they bulldoze it and make a new one, or is it just a different name?
No, they bulldoze it. It's a brand new.
Okay, well then I've not been to the new one. Okay. I did marching band and I marched at the RCA Dome.
Oh yeah, because
that's why we call it the Dome.
You were in high school when that happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 06.
Oh,
5.
no, I would have.
05.
It would have been 05 when I did marching band.
Lucas Oil Stadium has only been up less than 10 years. So.
Oh, well, then there you go. That's your answer. I've never been there.
Well, there we go.
Long story short, I've never been there.
We figured it out. T-shirt Tuesday.
Oh, let's do T-shirt Tuesday.
Yep. So
Josh, explain T-shirt Tuesday.
T-shirt Tuesday is a giveaway that we do on our Twitter page, where all you had to do was follow us on Twitter, like the post, and retweet the post of our T-shirt Tuesday giveaway post. That's always pinned on the top of our profile page, and so we're going to do a random drawing on that and announce who the winner is, and you have to listen to win. So if you're listening and you won, there you go.
Yeah, so contact us either through Twitter or through our Gmail, PTOUnlimited@gmail.com.
There you go.
So our winner for the month of November is John, and your Twitter handle that I'm looking for is @JohnCali94.
94.
So you are our lucky winner.
Yes, you are.
Of the PTO Unlimited podcast T-shirt. So contact us for your T-shirt and give us your size.
And as for the month of December, we will not be doing a T-Shirt Tuesday giveaway. Instead, so we can get a different one out there, we are going to be doing a Twitter poll where you will see the different T-shirts with letters, and it will actually have the names on the actual poll itself. And the winner will be our next PTO Unlimited podcast T-shirt. So we've got a few ideas in our heads. So we'll definitely have some out there. And when we show the post, you'll actually see the 4 different options that we're going to provide.
I'm gonna go ahead and unpin that tweet.
Yeah, that way it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like more people retweet it. I mean, it's fine, but they're not going to win. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for the month of December. We're also doing a lot of holiday shopping, and so we're going to be really busy at the end of the month too. Alex and I will be traveling for Christmas. So
why don't we, since you mentioned shopping, why don't we talk Black Friday shopping this year?
Okay.
Brett, did you do any kind of online, offline?
I looked at the deals, but I didn't see anything that really struck my fancy.
What about we saw Xbox deals?
Xbox, yeah.
There always are. There's always.
So
bundles.
was there anything big that we need to point out that was?
Alex, you just want to mention ours.
No, not necessarily, but
yeah. Didn't you say you bought Mafia 3?
Oh, on Xbox Live, yes.
Yeah. It was what, $10 or
16, I think.
Okay. Is it you good?
I haven't played much of it because it doesn't look real good on the TV that I'm playing on right now. So I was gonna maybe wait and try playing it on another TV.
Have you played all of them?
No, I played a little bit of Mafia 2 and it was okay. But this one they kind of redid everything, and it's open world, and I always want to play it. I just didn't want to pay
the actual high price,
was, so.
The standard gaming price,
right? So we'll see how that goes.
Did you get anything else?
That was it.
We bought Worms.
We bought Worms WMD, which was 9 something.
We get tanks or something now with it, don't we? Is
that we haven't launched it yet.
I know, but from the trailer or the preview of the game or whatever, it looks like we get tanks.
Yeah. So it's an upgraded Worms game, and I'm really excited to play it. Normally $30 game, but we got it for $10. So, and then we bought this one game, freaking hilarious. It's called Human Fall Flat. Did I show you a clip to this, Brett?
Where did you?
Yes, I did. Downstairs.
Downstairs, we did.
With the couch.
Literally an hour ago.
Excuse me for I have other things on my mind.
Now you just made me forget about. How did you find out about this game? Did you just go, oh, this looks funny, and click on it?
No. I was scrolling through the deals with Jer, and Jer's like, oh, they got Human Fall Flat on the Xbox. I was like, what is this? So we watched a trailer to it, and I was like, $6. Okay, let me try it out. I played it, and it's the most fun I've ever had on a split screen game.
I got off work and I come home and these two are on the couch just in tears,
laughing and yelling
at it. And I mean, because you can either be serious or you can just fuck around and have a lot of fun.
Yep, you can grab each other, throw each other off. If you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a clip of it, a couple of them right below. So
you're like this. How do you describe your character? Like you're this. You almost look like, I was gonna say, like a flubber guy.
Michelin Man.
Yeah, like the Michelin Man.
Yeah, like Michelin Man.
But you can dress your character up.
But you walk around pretty much like you're drunk.
Yeah, it's a really wavy physics game where you pick something up. It's all about weight and how you can leverage things.
It's just a really funny.
It's great.
Game.
It's great.
Yeah.
The only issue is it's only 2-player and it's not online co-op.
Yes, it's a couch co-op.
Yes.
Which I think actually makes it probably more fun.
More fun, yeah, but I mean.
But I think it was more entertaining. I mean, I played it. I played it a couple days ago. And I mean, it's fun, but it's so hilarious to watch people even play it. The first thing I said was, "Oh my gosh, Josh, we need to play this on Twitch." On Twitch
and YouTube stream it and stuff.
I was like, this would be just hilarious to Twitch, just to show people about it.
Yeah.
But there is one video that you could. I don't know if you can. Can you put the video in our YouTube video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you kind of describe like what video we're gonna post on there?
So the one that's already been showing, would be already showing on YouTube, is where Jer and I were trying to pull a couch off of a cliff, and we failed miserably, and it looks like I forced him to give me oral copulation.
It's funny how your body's just like. There was one video where Josh and Jared are trying to throw a big TV off a ledge, and they end up getting it off the ledge. And they go to hug each other, and it's just arm barring each other because it looks like they're drunk.
Yeah, because I was holding on to the rail because I was afraid Jared was going to pick me up and throw me off too.
I don't know. It is a lot of fun.
It's great.
Of fun. So if it's still on sale, I would highly recommend getting it.
Unless they have it on an extended sale.
Well, I mean, I would pay full price for it.
$15?
Yes, I would pay $15 for it. I think it's worth it.
It gives you full achievements too, full 1,000.
You don't even know what kind of achievement you're going to get. Like while they were playing, it was you threw something off something, you broke something, you fell down. It was like 20 G's, 30 G's, 10 G's. Like I was like, I just need to go around and screw around and you get all these achievements.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a fun game.
I love it.
Other Black Friday shopping that we did is after we were done eating Thursday night, we actually went Black Thursday shopping. Mm-hmm. We said we weren't really going to do it, but we decided we had nothing else better to do, and it was like 7 o'clock at night. I think Target started their sales at 6, so we were there a little after 7, and we remembered last year it was not packed at all. It was very easy to go in, just kind of get what we wanted if it was on sale and get out. And this year it was packed. It was hot. It was packed. There was a line wrapped around inside to go to the cash register. Everything was not as organized as it usually is. Electronics looked like a tornado went through it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what big deals were this year that made people actually go into the store, but it was nuts.
Yeah.
By the time we got in, walked 2 electronics in the back, I wanted to leave.
Alex was so warm.
I was so warm. I was in heels and a sweater. I was like, nope, we need to get out of here. And I think we got some stuff that we needed. And because we're smart, we checked out on electronics and didn't go up front to the hour-long line.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know that they can do that.
Right.
Like, we just walked up and said, hey, can we buy these? He's like, yep. And then all of a sudden, people started lining up behind us.
Yeah.
So, and then we got out of there. That's all the Black Friday shopping we did.
You going to join in on the conversation, Brett?
I didn't do it.
I didn't do anything.
I looked mostly online, and I did get a little frustrated at one thing. So I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. Walmart said, here are the deals in store, but you can also get them all day online.
Yeah.
Well, we decided to get Leela an iPad for Christmas, and they were going to have them for $250.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I am not going out to the store.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, heck, I'll just keep checking all day and see, when they pop up, see if I can get one that way.
Yeah.
So I get up, or I wait till midnight on Wednesday night and get on Walmart.com, and they say out of stock.
Really?
And I'm like, well, I know. Or no, they didn't. They didn't say out of stock at midnight. There was still the regular price.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, that's dumb. And I waited till 12:45. It still said the same price.
Huh.
So I'm not waiting any longer. So I set an alarm for 3 a.m. and I'm like, I'll get back up and check it at 3.
Okay.
So alarm goes off and I get up and check it, and it says now it has the sale price, but now it says out of stock.
What?
Like, there's no way they sold them all in the
man.
hour and 45 minutes that I was asleep.
So is it a full iPad, like a large one?
It's this iPad.
So what's the standard price?
$329.
That's the standard price. Okay,
Yeah.
so set
$80.
Yeah.
So then I thought they probably holding them to closer to sale time, and I wasn't even thinking about them not being available online until a little bit later. But anyway, so I keep checking all day on Thursday, or Thursday morning anyway. Then I thought, you know what? It hasn't hit yet, so I'll just wait until 6 o'clock, because that's when the in-store sale starts. So I just wait. So I wait, and I get on at 6, and I keep checking, keep refreshing between 6 and 7. They never go on sale online. I'm like, you bastards.
Wow.
So we got one anyway from someone in-store.
Okay.
But I'm just like, that was a big old waste of my time. And I'm pretty sure that the last 2 years, I of course wasn't checking everything, but I'm pretty sure it was, if it's on sale in the store, you'll be able to get it on the website too.
Right.
But I guess some things are just very limited, so they didn't even bother putting them online.
Okay.
Interesting. I want to talk about the iPhone.
Okay.
The iPhone X in particular. This, how much is the iPhone X? $1,000.
$999.
$999.
Yeah.
So it's been reported that the iPhone X freezes up in cold weather.
Oh, that's
Really?
right. You told me
Yes. The most expensive phone
about that. On the market.
in mainstream market.
Okay, mainstream
There are
market.
other phones out there that are probably pricier and
Yeah.
more technologically advanced, but the iPhone X freezes screen freezes in cold weather from altering from heat to cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what do you think about that? I mean,
It's a problem.
it's a problem. The freaking precious Apple products have a weather
what is
issue.
Samsung's next commercial going to be?
We get really hot. We just don't get cold.
Well, it is hardly Apple's first hiccup in one of their phones.
Right, but
Yeah.
you were bashing Samsung all year.
Oh, because they're exploding?
Yeah.
I
And
didn't bash
they
them
were
all
exploding.
year.
You bashed the commercial that I was talking to you about with
I
Samsung
think
trying
we
to
are
be competitive with Apple.
at a pass on what I bash. I haven't bashed Samsung bad.
But you have.
Recognize
Am
that
I
they
wrong?
are probably a better phone. It just cracks me up that they have to do what they do because. Oh, and that's the other thing I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
So in Lucas Oil, with people all around me,
Right.
I watched people on their phones, and the ratio of iPhones to Samsungs,
Yeah.
10-1.
Where were you?
Lucas
You were
Oil Stadium.
You were at a high school game. High school motherfuckers and old parents who can't control a phone are going to use an iPhone because they can't understand the mechanics of an Android phone.
Were you there?
No, I didn't have to be, but I'm telling you.
It was people of all ages that I saw.
Okay, so you're going to count 100 people and you only saw 10?
What?
You only, 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
You can count 100 people. There was only 10 Samsungs to 90 Apples.
I'm counting. It's a ratio, dude. I counted.
Well, I did it in 100% instead of a 10.
Okay. So, yeah, if that's what the ratio comes out to.
You know what? I'm pretty sure Apple is trying anything they can, and this doesn't help them. This iPhone X issue.
It's not going to hurt them.
Well, I mean, did you see anybody with an iPhone X there?
I did not.
Okay. Nobody wants the fucking thing because it's too expensive.
Well,
And it freezes.
And it freezes in cold weather.
we need to look at some sales numbers.
Well-
of course, they probably won't release them. But
No.
I am curious.
They do them quarterly.
I know one guy who's got it and said that he loves it. So.
Okay. This news article that I'm reading here from the Weather Channel. The Weather Channel. Back to our conversation last week about the Weather Channel and the stupid Georgia Dome demolition,
Yeah.
which I showed that on our YouTube, by the way, of the bus going right in front as it's going down. So the Weather Channel did this report actually the middle of this month of November. So these are the bullet points that they said. At a glance, shortly after the release of the iPhone X, phone owners reported technical difficulties caused by cold weather. The issue is believed to be caused by moving the device from warm temperatures to colder ones. Mm-hmm. I mean, how else
Which
do you...
we're going into winter, so that's a
Right.
big issue.
Apple says it will address the issue in an upcoming software update. And the tech giant has previously warned its customers that using some of their devices in cold weather can shorten battery life, causing the phone to shut down. But this is not causing it to shut down. It's causing it to freeze, literally, like the screen freeze and stuff, stop working. Which, when I heard about this, I was like, oh my gosh, that's freaking hilarious. And Alex is like, you have to put that in your phone, talk about it. Because I was wondering how Apple can do a software update to make it better.
That's what I was just confused about. How
Yeah,
do they
that
just
is,
do a software update? And, oh, by the way, it took care of the freeze.
If
That's a
it-
physical problem, not a...
Maybe. It
wonder
could
if
be a
it's-
software
I
problem.
wonder if it's heat distribution. That's what I was told by a couple
It seems
people.
like it would be like a... Well, you know, I can't even say anything. I don't know shit about the mechanics of a phone. But the way my mind works is... That is a physical in my hand problem, not some kind of like dee, 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 in the phone kind of send a signal and
So
it
you're
fixes
thinking
it.
it's a hardware issue as opposed to
Yes.
a software issue.
There you go.
Okay.
Those are the words I need.
So they're going to do a hardware update through the internet.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny, right?
Sure.
I mean, you're laughing. I can tell.
I don't know shit about shit.
I don't know shit about shit.
About shit.
I mean, if we didn't have to have a family-friendly title,
I don't know shit about
don't
mechanical,
get your
mechanical,
shit
technical
all over my shit.
shit.
Do you want a
Yes.
Max Payne poster?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that was a title last year of
Yeah.
one of our episodes.
Yeah, it was.
Let's move on from there. So, yeah, iPhone X. That's sad. I mean,
What's
it sucks,
your,
but
Speaking of Apple, your iPad menu.
That's what we already
We
talked
already
about.
talked about the iPad menu.
Oh, menu.
Yeah.
So I was thinking because you talked about turning one on.
Yeah.
No,
The actual.
no, the actual.
It was a
interface.
menu
It was a
made,
menu.
yeah,
I
from
gotcha.
a tablet. Yeah. Holy crap.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's the future. We saw the future, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's like a unnecessary overhead. For a restaurant.
Speaking of the future and technology and not liking it, one thing Josh and I can talk about real quick is we watched like 4 episodes of season 3 of Black Mirror.
That is a good show.
We
man.
decided to
heard that it's
skip.
good.
So we've watched a little bit of season 1,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
Like maybe 4 or 5 episodes of season 1, which was,
There's- Alex, there's only a few.
it's-
I think there's only 3.
oh, well, either way, we watched those, and they're good, but it's weird.
Black Mirror it's really...
And I can't even tell you exactly what Black Mirror is, because it's a series of, I don't want to say short films. It's more, well, I can say short film, because it's an hour long, and it feels like a movie that you're watching, but it's an hour long, and it feels like you're watching a movie.
Alex, the first season is 3 episodes long.
Did we only watch the first 2 then?
Yeah, I started watching the third one, and it was interesting.
Okay.
The second season is 4 episodes, and the third season is 6 episodes.
Okay, so we didn't watch season 2 only because we had it
I heard
referred
that 3
from-
was good.
We were watching Philip DeFranco, and he pretty much said, like, he was just raving about season 3, and he gave a short review on season 1, season 2, and pretty much said season 3 is just like this, oh my God, when you thought that these episodes couldn't get any better, by the end of season 3, you're just kind of going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So we just, we ended up just, let's just turn it on. And we watched the first, 3?
First 3.
The first 3?
The first one was called Nosedive. It was very technologically. It was about people giving likes to other people.
So they're very futuristic,
Yeah.
hour-long episodes, and it's just like it's almost like people just sat down and talked to. I feel like these are ideas they would get from kids, older kids, and
Paranoid people.
And paranoid people. So when 2000 was hitting, and we were asked by our teachers, draw something you'll see in the future and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's where they get these ideas from, and then they take a more advanced creative mind and take those ideas and make a story out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and make it kind of really over your head. And this first episode in season 3, it makes me scared for what it's not too far off of what I can see the next 50 years, not even 50 years, maybe even 20 years, where technology can go. You pretty much get this implanted contact.
Contact lens.
And where you're seeing almost like an AG, or
It's
AR.
AR, augmented reality. Basically, it scans people's faces and tells you their ratings.
Their ranking.
Yeah.
So, and you don't, in the currency, there's no money anymore. Currency is your rank. So to get currency, I think it's everybody is scored on stars, like 1 through 5. So, and then you get built off of an average. So, and it's all about a universe of, it looks like a Twitter, Instagram combination universe where you constantly are liking and upvoting and downvoting people based on your interactions with them. And it's almost like you have to be on your best fucking behavior, no profanity, smiles all the time, getting people to like you. Because the moment people start downgrading you and your average goes below, if it goes below a 3, you can't get anything. You're considered almost homeless because you can't buy anything.
Yep.
So even to get like first class things, people that are 4.6s and above are considered like the rich, fancy people, the very likable people, the fake people. And then the people that are, 1s and 2s, you see those people and you think, oh my God, that's a really bad person, because people are giving them 1 or 2 1 stars, half star, because they're rude or they're bad or they're mean. And it's just the way that the whole entire thing is, you can see how technology takes over people's heads.
Yeah.
And you care more about the likes and your ranking than actually enjoying life. And how you would get a loan for a big fancy house, it was based on your average stars.
Yep.
And you would pretty much you wouldn't be, there was a part where this guy couldn't even get into his job. Like he was not allowed to go into the actual building because it locked him out because he went down below like a 4 or a 3 or something. So then you just automatically lose your job if people deduct stars from you.
Yeah.
But it was like a really intense, eye-opening kind of episode. And then from there on, it was like the other 2 episodes I'm not going to go into, but they're about kind of the same thing. It's like almost like futuristic life lessons.
Yeah. like how technology can change and become
screw up this world.
Yeah. I wanted to just touch one thing on the second episode that was called Playtest. It's about this guy leaves home and travels the world, and he meets this girl in the UK, just meets her and hooks up with her, and then the next day his wallet or his account gets frozen, so he can't leave He can't leave the UK, so he's over there. So he goes to a job posting site just to get money. That way he can go back home,
like little jobs to make some currency to get back home.
Yeah. So he gets a beta test of a VR game that is so crazy.
At first, like they show this thing, and I'm like, that would be so cool if they could happen.
And then it gets really insane,
and then it gets all fucked up.
it makes you wonder what VR and what technology can do with in video gaming and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
It looks like the future of video gaming.
Yeah,
a very scary future, cool but scary future of video gaming.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing what. Because no one does VR anymore. I mean, you don't hear about it.
It was a
what
thing.
You don't hear about VR stuff.
Like no one walks around with their headsets anymore. Or
no,
like
Sony has their own.
Yeah, but Sony's
VR.
known for shovelware.
Okay.
What shovelware?
Shovelware is stuff that shouldn't even be made that can just be tossed. Like the Wii had it. All those peripherals, the gun attachments. And all
what
that.
about Oculus Rift?
Yeah, you don't hear about games coming out for that.
No, but they're there.
I get that.
They just don't hit in the mainstream media.
Okay.
But I'm saying like last summer, VR was like the thing.
Yeah, even Microsoft had a whole
and
thing
then
about
all of a sudden it just like that VR headset that we have downstairs, it's
because
just
it's
sitting
a
there.
fad, just like 3D.
What did I just say?
That's what we're trying to say.
It's dying.
It's dying. It's not
I
a
agree.
thing anymore. It needs very quickly.
It needs a boost.
And that's what I mean by it's kind of scary to see that people want the next big thing now. It's not. These fads are lasting for shorter and shorter amount of times.
Yep.
So it's like, the Wii was popular and is still popular. That stuck for a really long time.
It's historical.
Yeah, but VR, like I thought it was going to be this big thing, and it lasted like I feel like the fad, the excitement was like 3 months, and then it just died.
I wonder if Microsoft saved them a ton of R&D money or licensing money by not getting into VR.
Yeah.
Maybe the VR, like just the short fad, was just a sniff of the surface of what we're going to be expecting. Like it was like a test of let's just see how people react to VR.
Anytime something comes along, at least in entertainment, that is going to change the way we do things, it fizzles out. How many times has 3D come up and it's just failed?
3D started in the early 90s with the
it's been
Virtual Boy.
Even before that.
I know, but I'm talking about home console.
It comes around every so often.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about video games.
And movies.
In 5-6 years ago, there was a whole push for 3D TVs.
Yes.
And it's just over. Nobody cares.
I mean, it's nice to have, and people are like, "Oh, 3D gaming and all this stuff." Cool. What?
You just said nobody cares, and I was thinking of the line from Jurassic Park. Like,
we got Dodson here.
We got Dodson. 3D
nobody
TVs.
cares.
3D TVs. We got 3D TVs over here. See, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to make it funny.
I understand that. Yeah, the whole 3D thing and the VR thing. I can't. It might come back. It might.
My big thing that I'm looking for is the AR.
Augmented reality.
Yeah.
That's all you keep on talking about. Every single time we talk about
they
any form of virtual reality, you go, "Oh, that's AR. That's AR over there. That's AR."
No.
That bed over there is AR.
Fuck you.
You say it all the time.
Because I keep forgetting what it's called. That I had to think about it. But how they said that they're going to do that with like Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
So and to incorporate that
It's
and have
already
like
there.
the cool glasses and stuff like the concepts, that would be so cool.
It would be.
But that's also taking it a step into that episode that we were just talking about.
Exactly.
It's like a test
Yeah.
of how far people will go with technology.
Right.
So, okay. All right. Well, I guess we can get out. Anyways, I guess our review on it is that it is an amazing show and that you need to watch it. It's very good.
First episode of the first season is rough.
It's rough to get through. I would be fine. Because these episodes do not correlate with each other at all, you can safely just start season 3 would be my guess. And if you want to go back and watch season 1 and 2, go ahead. But to get yourself into the show, just start season 3.
How do you know they don't correlate?
Because we've watched 1, 2. I mean, they're completely different stories.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
Oh, you have seen season 1 or 2?
Yeah,
Well,
I've
no,
seen
we've
season 1.
Season 1.
Okay.
And then we skipped 2 and just started 3.
Because I heard
Gotcha.
3 was fantastic.
But each story is completely different. Not the same characters.
Nothing's. It's not the
it's
same
like you're
universe.
watching a different show.
Okay.
but
I get it.
But they all have the same theme.
Yes, it's the same theme.
Did you read anything about this Arby's buying Buffalo Wild Wings?
I had a link.
You were talking to me about it. How much did they buy?
I think it was for like $2.4 billion.
Like it was a
Yeah,
really
that
big
sounds
number.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it on my recent Google search. It's I saw the tweet about it a while back. Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's a very unlikely pair.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I don't understand how Arby's was looking.
I wouldn't even put Arby's up in like the top 5.
I wouldn't even
Right.
categorize Arby's with Buffalo
And this
Wild
is from
Wings.
Well, I mean, it's-
NPR.
Not so much that, but just it's, when you it's a worldwide chain, yes, but you just don't think of that when you think of common fast food places.
Ooh, B-Dubs is in debt because of the rise in chicken wings.
They were talking about that when we
Yeah.
were at B-Dubs a few months ago when we were watching the game. They said that they weren't doing like 40-cent wings or something. Like it's now it was raised because they said that something about they were losing money because of the price of wings.
Know, they used to be, so Tuesday night was always, and still is, the sale night.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be that you got them, so many cents per wing.
45 cents is where it started.
They got rid of that, and now they do 50% off the menu price of the 4 sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Now
They used to never have those sizes too.
Right. Now they've redone it again to where they give you less wings so there's there's snack, small, medium, and large.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They've taken they've reduced the amount of wings that you get for each one of those.
Yes.
I remember always getting like a medium, and that was always around 16 to
Now a medium
so
is
many
14.
wings. Yeah, I mean 2 wings.
Hey,
Whatever.
back when you're in college, those 2 wings make a difference if you're paying for them.
Right. So
Well, it's just lots of places do wings. Lots, I don't know what it takes to. As far as supplying goes, I don't know if there's an actual shortage, but it's since I've gotten really. That's my favorite thing to go out and get
is wings.
But since I moved to Fort Wayne, where I was doing that, they've gone up considerably in price.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years,
This podcast started on wings
it did.
because
did.
your first trial of the podcast by yourself was you were talking about eating wings. I remember that.
Yep.
And it's before we even had all of our microphone setups and everything, and we were just doing our own trials. Man, I wish we kept. Actually, it's probably good we didn't keep those, because those could have been horrendous to listen to.
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings to iron out details. And just to brainstorm.
You pitched the idea to us, and we were like, yeah, we're on board.
I think Rick was there.
Rick was
He
there,
was,
yes.
yeah.
And he was like,
I
trying to
remember.
chime in about Facebook versus Twitter, which we still have yet to have that argument on the air, which would be great sometime. But I know one person who's going to chime in who hates Arby's is one of our fans, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
He always talks about how he hates
I
Arby's.
feel like we had just had Arby's a couple days ago, like
Sunday.
right before we got on the road, and I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older and I'm just
Maybe it was Monday.
I think it's just the whole fast food thing is really getting out of my system. But I used to love Arby's.
Yeah.
Quality has gone down.
Yeah. Is it just me or is
No,
it that's right?
There was an Arby's over by Coventry,
Yeah.
and back 10 years ago, I remember it was freaking great. It was
Like,
clean.
clean
it was
and juicy
really
and
good.
Like
I
I
used
would
to-
crave it.
I used to always get.
Are we talking about Arby's here or something else?
I used to always get a chicken bacon and Swiss with honey mustard, and
Okay.
it was so good. And now it is awful.
When I was in back when I was in marching band, when I had to do practice on the weekends in the summertime, I just one of the things that when we got an hour and a half break or something for lunch, the one thing that my dad used to bring me all the time was he would go down to Arby's down the street here, which is so far what I've experienced in Fort Wayne, that was the best one. And he would go and get me the
Roast beef.
roast beef and the cheddar.
and cheddar.
Beef and cheddar.
Beef and
Thank
cheddar.
you.
Yeah.
Give me the beef and cheddar. And I just remember craving those all the time. And now it's like I just feel like the meat quality is just, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I feel like shit after I eat it. And it felt like a nice quality sandwich back when I was in high school and college. And now it's like, this shit is disgusting. Even the French fries have gone down in quality.
Part of that could be you.
I think a lot of it, I think, is just my head, and then my appetite has changed quite a bit over the years. But I feel like that. I'm glad that you said that, because every time I've gone to Arby's recently, it's just, this meat sucks.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't know.
I heard you laugh at that.
I don't know what this
Smirked.
buyout is going to do for, or if anything, if they're just going to flat out own them and business as usual.
Yeah.
But it might be interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah,
going
because
forward.
then
Now serving with your
I will
wings a roast
say
beef sandwich.
that I
Right.
don't know how you guys do it. I can't go to B-Dubs unless it's on a Tuesday because it is so expensive.
yeah.
I say I think it's mainly just because we've realized, I think when Josh and I go, we don't go and sit down anymore. We usually do takeout.
go.
Oh, I'll
and
never eat at a restaurant.
We will
You
order
go there
like
for football games.
No. Are we talking about Arby's?
No, we're
No,
talking about
wings.
Sorry.
But when we
Join the conversation.
most of the time
I was looking something up. I'm sorry.
Most of the time when we go, we just order takeout and we share a
That's
large
still
wing.
regular price.
Yeah, but we share a large wing, and for how much we eat, instead
Actually,
of getting
no, it's cheaper getting a large.
instead of getting like a small
It's
or in a
tier
snack
Well,
in
it's
this,
cheaper
like
per wing.
yeah. So it's just, and it's like comes out to be like
But isn't
$15.
I thought a large was like
No, Alex, that comes out to like
$14.99
$25.
or something. Yeah,
A large is in the 20. It's in the 20s.
It's like
It's in the
it's
20s.
$19.99 probably.
just
So
one letter.
20 wings for $25 after tax and everything. But I mean, that's not cheap.
Right.
No, it's not. But we don't go to Wings all the time.
No,
We go to Wings like once every month or two.
No.
it's more than that.
Liar. At least twice a month. Well, we went to Wings Etc. at the end of
Okay,
October.
when
We went
it's
to
when it's
B-Dubs.
more towards like when we're seeing friends and stuff, like we tend to go there more often. But when it's just, if it's a consistent few months basis, shut up,
Mathis.
basis, where it's just you and me, that's not. It's just it feels like weeks have gone by and we're just like, you know what, let's have wings tonight. Or, and it's usually like around a payday or something, like, oh, we got paid a little bit extra, let's go have some wings. It's more of like a treat dinner.
I need to take you guys to Buffalo Wings and Ribs because I know you haven't been there yet.
There's
Where's that
also
There's one on Coldwater next to where the Disc Replay used to be in the Joanne Plaza.
Yeah.
And then there's one by Chops.
I don't know where Chops is.
I don't know,
Oh,
Jefferson.
you've been, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've been there, which is good. I feel like we should go to Chops. Chops is good. But there was also that one place everyone's talking about now.
Shigs and Pit.
Yeah,
That.
yeah.
Yeah,
like
we need to try
It's
that.
like a famous Dave's
That's what it sounds like.
competitor. And I'm
Yeah.
actually interested.
Who is it? My brother?
Your brother went Wednesday night
and
before
he's like,
Thanksgiving.
those are so good.
Yeah. So, interesting concept.
So Matt Lauer's in the news and
Okay,
this trend
I'm
in
stupid.
2017.
do you want me to show?
You don't know who Matt Lauer is.
I know the name. You need to give me a face. You know I'm horrible
I will
with
give you a
names.
face.
Probably one of the highest paid
News anchors.
national news anchors in the
Oh, yep. Okay.
in the country. He's been doing the Today Show for years, but he was just
Really?
fired this morning for sexual harassment, and it.
He wasn't the same person we were talking. No, that was about IGN.
Yeah, so this is a whole nother story.
This is a whole nother thing. There's so much in the news now about that.
It's kind of the story of late 2017.
I
is
guess.
how many people are going to be accused.
Well, like that's what it feels like when big things like that come out and people start. It's like people get empowered to go, you know what? I'm tired of this stuff, and there's enough people coming out saying that this is wrong that I feel comfortable enough to come out and say this is wrong. What needs to stop.
Well,
Yeah.
and in the case
That's
of
important.
Matt Lauer, I agree. It's what's interesting is that, or in most cases, it's just the accusation is enough to pretty much ruin you.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
So-
Which
It's almost like these days you don't even need proof. It's just usually it's one person comes forward, and then like for every one person, there's 5 more people behind that person
Yeah.
most of the time.
which I hope the people that are doing the accusing are being truthful.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, we
if-
talked about that.
If they can just be like, "Oh, I don't like this guy was a dick," then I can accuse him. And
Yeah.
Or you set him up. Like, oh, he's a dick. You know what's going around these days? Getting accused of sexual harassment. I'm going to make him touch my ass. And I'm going to sue him for it.
Sexual harassment panda needs to take a visit to these. Do you know who that is? Sexual harassment panda?
No.
It was an old like YouTuber.
It's from South Park.
Is it South
Sexual
Park?
harassment panda.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me a sad panda.
We'll see who else, who else comes.
It's just one right after the other.
Started with Charlie Sheen, Bill Cosby. You hear it from Matt Lauer, IGN.
Al Franken and Roy Moore and
comedian
Louis C.K.
Kevin Spacey.
Gosh.
Yeah, everybody's just, it's all...
People are touching people inappropriately around these parts.
Everybody just keep your hands to yourselves like you were taught when you were little.
Just because they say that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Hey, one of the best pieces of advice you get when you're a little kid is if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all.
Well, let's hope these people are truthful.
Yeah.
So I was watching the IFC channel the other night.
What is the IFC?
Independent Film Channel.
Right.
Okay.
Every night, or not every night, but several nights a week, they'd play, 10 or 12 episodes of That 70s Show. So whenever I just want some background noise, I'll turn that on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You good?
And I don't know if this is a sling thing or what, but they've been playing this trailer for this movie called Lady Bird.
Yeah.
And I just read yesterday that it is the highest rated... It's not the only movie to ever be rated 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it has the most votes.
Okay.
Reviews. I'm not real sure how Rotten Tomatoes works, but it has the most reviews or votes to get it to 100%.
Lady Bird.
So this commercial or this trailer,
it's a comedy
on
and a drama.
IFC. They would play it like 3 times in a row. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing, IFC? You're killing me. And it's just so annoying because I literally knew the trailer word for word. And
that was like the Victoria's Secret commercial.
I can feel it.
They would. That's Hulu though.
I know, but it was the same freaking thing over and over.
This IFC, I'm guessing, they're airing their commercials just along with their TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, why are they playing it 3 times in a row?
I think with it might depend on your region too.
Very
and
much.
it might play something that's
you're right. But
to that area.
I'm like, I have no interest in this movie, but now I freaking know it know the trailer word for word, and it was. I just thought, what the hell is this?
It's an actual movie.
I know, and then I read that it is the highest rated Rotten Tomatoes movie. So
that's crazy.
I got a question for you, Brett. Are you gonna watch it?
God no.
It's about a Alex.
If it bugged you enough to watch it.
It's about a 17-year-old woman.
Yeah.
What about it?
Brett's not gonna watch a chick flick.
What's wrong with that?
Brett's not gonna watch a chick flick.
Would I sit alone by myself and watch a chick flick?
I don't know what you do.
No.
I'm not gonna judge you if you did.
No.
Okay.
Most of the time.
No. Wait.
You don't mind watching chick flicks?
He's not gonna watch him by himself.
Right.
There is one that I would.
What?
And that's A Walk to Remember.
Okay.
That's a great movie.
I could do She's All That or The Notebook.
Points for him.
I did not see that the first time by myself though.
You watched A Walk to Remember by yourself.
So chick flicks. What is a chick flick you have seen? What is the most chickiest of them? Probably Walk to Remember for you, and I've seen it, but I've watched it with.
Okay, there's categories of chick flicks.
Yeah, there are.
There's the drama, crying chick flicks that you referred to, and then chick flicks being like the
oh my god,
stupid like Mean Girls or White Chicks or
White Chicks is not a chick flick.
I did see Mean Girls with 2 other guys, I think, because
wait, really?
We went to go boating, and for some reason we couldn't. So
you did a less macho thing.
You know what sounds better than boating?
No.
Mean Girls.
We couldn't go boating.
Okay,
we were unable to go boating, and that was the only thing playing when we got to the movie theater. So we went and saw that, but it was funny.
Okay, well, hold on a second though. But it's just weird. You were a teenager, right?
Yeah. I think I was 18.
It's okay. You could watch the hot Lindsay Lohan. That's all right.
Well, when she
was
I said the hot Lindsay
Lohan.
Lindsay
yeah,
Lohan.
There's a category. It goes in.
There's just every celebrity's got their category
at a certain period of time in their life.
Lacey Chabert, she was hot then too.
Which one's that? The blonde or the brunette?
Gretchen Wieners.
What?
That was her name.
I don't remember.
Jesus.
It was the brunette.
Yes. I don't keep a lot of that stuff up there, and you do.
The blonde was Rachel McAdams.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And the brunette was
who's
Gretchen.
the other blonde?
There was another blonde.
Amanda
in that?
Seyfried.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Amanda Seyfried was in there.
Oh yeah, the dumb blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Where she can
that's so
she can
fetch.
predict the weather with her
boobs.
boobs.
Yeah.
What?
There's 100% chance that it's already raining.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie
She was just
once.
the very empty-headed, like airhead blonde bimbo.
Oh, you've only seen it once?
I've only seen it once.
You should watch it again.
You ever see She's the Man?
Yeah. Long time ago.
That's
That's Amanda Bynes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. She's the...
She's the Man is
I
Amanda
was thinking
Bynes.
She's All That.
She's all that.
no.
Yeah.
She's the Man is.
I think Channing Tatum's in that.
I think that's Channing Tatum.
I want to say it was, but that's a chick flick too.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes. She's the Man. Was Amanda Bynes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
I
not
saw
see it?
Like
I
once.
don't think so.
There's one part in the movie that everyone remembers is like the guy gets like hit. I think it's Channing Tatum.
It is Channing Tatum.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. The
Okay.
The
He get,
manliest dude.
Hit in the nose or something, and his nose is bleeding. So he's like, I think,
No, he had a tampon in his nose.
yeah, she gives him like a tampon.
No. He
but-
took it out of her bag.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
But she's like, he thinks that she's a guy because her hair's all chopped off. I don't remember the whole story, but she's like acting like a dude, and he gets in her bag or something because it's like they play soccer or some kind of sport, and he sticks a tampon up. He's like, these things work great, man.
Yeah. There's one line that we always repeat from it. It's when she playing this guy, portraying this guy, I should say. Excuse me. And she's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And Channing Tatum looks at her kind of weird. She's like, "I mean, suck it up. Be a man.
Yeah,
rub some dirt in it." She's trying to act like a dude
Yeah.
and it just doesn't work. Do you
So,
have any
anyways, yeah, we got on a tangent there with Chip Flick.
Lady
I got
Bird
a...
chick flicks? Yeah.
Oh, are we done?
No.
No, I don't care.
No, I mean, we're done with that because that's all I
Did you have anything else to say?
No.
No.
Lady
All right.
Bird?
Not about Lady Bird. Otherwise,
Oh.
apparently it's a pretty good movie. It just annoyed the crap out of me.
So all right. One question about Lady Bird. You
Yeah.
said it's about a 17-year-old girl.
Coming of age.
Just meaning
Growing up.
that's it.
Yeah.
And it got 100%.
The trailer is her and her mom go and do stuff together, and
Mhm.
she's like at the newspaper or the magazine rack at a store, and she's looking at it, and her mom's like, "If you want to read it, go to the library." She's like, "I want to read it in bed," and she's like, "That's for rich people. We're not rich people."
Wow. It takes place in Sacramento, California. In the early 2000s, an artistically inclined 17-year-old comes of age in Sacramento, California. It's just a real basic drama comedy.
and it's an independent movie.
Yep, and it's rated R.
From
Coming
the
to a
language.
theater near you. It's
Okay.
probably already out.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll. What's it on again?
What?
It's in theaters.
Oh,
Or it was.
Sorry,
I'm not sure.
For some reason, I keep having this thing in my head that it's on Netflix or something.
No, I tried to look for it.
The
Okay.
trailer was on IFC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, maybe we'll look into it and see just because of the ratings and everything on it.
So,
Short discussion topic here.
go ahead.
Yeah.
So I read a headline, I think last week, that says that this country is in a serious shortage of trade jobs.
And what is a trade job?
Trade job is like a
Stock
like
market?
a plumber or
Oh,
a welder.
you're talking about blue collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a million more examples, and I can't think of any, of course.
Everyone's going to computers.
A lathe operator,
Yeah.
Mhm.
machinery type stuff.
Yeah.
And what happened was that our generation got it pounded into our heads that we need to go to a 4-year college if we're going to make it
Right.
in this world.
Right.
Which you
And
don't have to.
That frustrates the hell out of me
Right.
because you can make a special. So Andrew's brother Nick is a welder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He went to a trade school to learn the skill.
Yeah.
He's very-
Don't you have to go to like a technical school or something? Or vote?
I'm not sure. It's
Not sure. I don't remember
it's
the
an
phrasing.
actual trade school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you can get certified in a short amount of time, especially if you're good at it.
Isn't it like a 3 to 9, maybe even a
Possibly,
year
yeah.
program?
Yeah,
It's
depending
short.
on what it is.
It's
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
3 months to a year.
So if you're willing to travel, and Nick, I was talking to Nick about this. If you're willing to travel, you can make seriously good money.
You can.
But it is not necessarily for a family person because you are, Nick was a traveling welder for a while, and he would spend months at a time in Louisiana and Texas
Really?
and just down south. So he actually took a camper with him. So
Okay.
he could, he that way he didn't have to
Just live on the
rent
road.
a place or whatever. But it is hard work. But if you are single, you can make some seriously good money. And what frustrates me especially about this is how many kids or how many people, we're not kids, in our generation have crushing student loan debt.
Everyone.
Oh my God.
You know?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. Well, Alex is almost out of hers.
Hey, I started lucky. Okay,
Yes, you
I
did.
started right before that big. I think it was like 2000.
Right before the economy crashed.
Yeah, right before the crash is when I went to college, and I slipped right in there and got
Go on.
a lot of. Shut up! I got a lot of scholarships and grants from the state, and that, and I had good grades and a good GPA, so it just. I got a lot of college paid for me by the state. So, I mean,
And the
thank you,
government.
Indiana.
Yeah.
But for being a good person, or good person.
Doing what you need. You're so good.
For being a smart person. But I was lucky, I think, is what it is. Josh, on the other hand, got screwed.
I did.
Like, badly.
Very much so. I got hardly any government funding.
He didn't get, like, any help at all.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and just going back on this,
paint on your phone.
it's what is also frustrating to me is when you think of being judged or whatever, you think, oh, that guy's a welder, big whoop, you know? And that's frustrating too, because I don't know if maybe part of why our generation didn't do that is because they were taught they have to be at a certain level to get respect or whatever.
Right.
You know, and it's just kind of, I guess, naive thinking. I'm just thinking about my own personal path, and I don't know if I could have learned a trade and been good at it, but I tell you, if I had, even if I did it for a year, you do it for 1 year, you travel, you're never home for 1 year, you make some really good money, you just, set a different path for yourself. And I was watching the movie Accepted.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Which I know it's a comedy and it's not.
Very much so, but it drills it into your head.
It does. And there's an interesting about it. There's a scene where Justin Long is talking to his dad, and his dad is like pounding it into his head. If you want to be somebody, you go to college.
That was
Right.
all the mid 2000s movies.
2006.
Yeah,
All
like
of those were-
Van Wilder.
Yeah.
It was all about college.
Yeah.
We just watched another movie too.
We did?
Orange County.
Orange County. Yep, about going to college.
It's all about just making sure you go to college, or else you're going to be a nobody, and your parents are going to hate you, and you're not going to get any respect. You have to go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because it really, and it's not to say that our generation has student loan debt because they didn't go to trade school.
Right.
But could they have, maybe made a different decision? They could learn to trade, and these shortages. What's going to happen when something breaks in your house? There's nobody to come fix it because there's not enough jobs. You know?
Right.
So it's a very interesting thing to think
I have
about.
thought about that. I mean, I'm not going to lie about that. Is like recently fixing up my car.
We were just watching The Punisher.
Oh yeah, and then watching The Punisher, like he's doing all these like fixer-upper thingies. I looked at Josh when there was a part in The Punisher where he's fixing the sink and then just doing all this handiwork, and I'm like,
Are you talking about Micro?
Yeah. So
Micro's wife.
So they
Right.
they show him like he's under the sink with the little girl.
She's watching YouTube.
Yeah.
On how to fix it.
And I'm looking at Josh, and I'm like, it just got me thinking. I'm like, are we going to be the person that calls someone, or are we going to be the person to learn how to fix it? Because in the long run, for one, the cheaper route is going to be learn how to do it yourself.
Yep.
And then if it doesn't work, then call somebody.
Right.
Versus like, I'm more of a let's learn how to fix it ourselves. And then there is a skill level where it's like, oh, okay, I can do this myself. And then there's we need someone to do this.
I think YouTube has changed that a lot. I've made a household repair just from a YouTube video.
Alex fixed the car in a YouTube repair or YouTube video.
Andrew he does a lot of stuff around his house just from watching YouTube,
Yeah.
There was somebody at work that learned how to her and her husband just got married a few months ago, and it was a traditional like get married and move right into a house, and they completely stripped the floor and redid it by watching YouTube.
I think the only thing I will argue with that is while that's great and it'll save you money,
It's getting rid of jobs.
That's one thing.
Some things still require skill, and
That's
you
true.
may not have the skill.
You may invest in that project and then completely fuck it up.
Well, exactly. There is a degree of risk.
Yes.
In what, especially if you go to work on your car, I don't think I'd watch a YouTube video to figure out how to fix my car, because if I really screw it up, then I'm screwed.
Well, I did little fixes. Like we learned how to change his battery, and then we learned how to. I learned how to fix my light bulb or my headlamp.
Replacing a part, fine, but if you go to look how to,
Now, the wiring and crap, when we went to go put the wires on the battery, I was like, make sure we get this right, because if you get in there and you get zapped, I don't know what to do.
Alex had to stand back when I was doing that.
standing back. I was like, and Josh was like, hopefully this is the right one.
Yeah. We got to touch on a couple other topics here. The first one is...
Well, hold on. Just any kids that are in high school that are listening, thank you. And
you shouldn't be.
College
Unless you're 18.
College is not necessarily meant for everybody. It's just not.
It's not. If I would have, I mean, I like what I do now, but I feel like I definitely would. I feel like I'm a very handsy person as far as like.
Go on.
Shut up, you guys. Oh my God.
Hands-on. How about hands-on?
Yes, I'm a very hands-on person. I'm not a person that I cannot sit at a desk. And I cannot do what you guys do.
You get very anxious on the podcast where you want to get up. So do you, Brett.
I need to be up and moving around and handling something and doing something or fixing something. Like I need to do something. And it runs in my family, I guess. Yeah. But that's just what I want to do. And I feel like if there was a job that I could have gone and done, if I would have known this stuff but not had it pounded in my head to like go to college from day one.
Right.
One of the things I probably would have done is I would have probably done something with my hands as far as like doing a mechanical job, or I would have learned how to do something, fix things. Sure.
A skill or a trade.
So
anyway, go on.
The first thing I want to talk about is I want to give a shout out to the Robot Pizza Van podcast. Now that is a very odd sounding podcast group name, but they are funny. They are
do
great.
not let the name fool you.
Do not let it fool. So
I don't want to say it's a bad name, but it's. I know it's different.
It's very different.
You're just kind of like, whoa, what kind of name? I mean, it's very interesting.
They've recently reached out to us this past week and everything, and so I was checking them out, and they have it in parentheses, weird, funny news. So they talk about weird and funny, interesting stuff in the news at the time of recording. So their most recent episode 39, which is entitled Rent-A-Fish, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm actually taking a piece of information or a news article off of what they were talking about called double-waisted jeans. Now, when I say that, what do you think I mean?
Double-waisted jeans sounds like large pants.
Yeah, large, like, I think of high-rise belly jeans, like in girls.
Those are just called high-rise, though.
Double-waisted.
I'm going to show you this photo.
I have no idea.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it right here.
It sounds like something I don't want to wear.
Look at that.
What the fuck? What do you need that for? 2 penises? I'm serious. It looks like a bad Photoshop job.
No, this is happening.
It's real?
That's real.
Bullshit.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you.
Where did you... Is this on like... You could... Oh my God.
Wow.
So, double-waisted jeans.
I need to post this on our social media.
Look at the girl wearing that. She's like, I don't even want to be here.
Like how, you know what? I feel bad for some models because they're like, this is what you're modeling, and you can't really have an opinion.
It's like wearing
Look at the depression on her face.
It's like wearing a regular pair of pants or pair of jeans and then wearing another pair of jeans that don't come up all the way.
Give me your phone. Let me look at the detail on this. The thing is that it goes all the way up past your belly button, and
so it's high rise with low.
It's a high rise, looks like a tight fitting around the waist, but then it just kind of flares out around your actual hips and then gets baggy at the bottom. There's no point in comfort level because as soon as you sit down, everything's gonna squeeze together.
How do the buttons work? I mean,
I'm gonna believe that those are fake buttons.
The ones on
the lower ones are.
I don't know.
Fake.
I don't know.
You know, I have no idea. I'm probably wrong.
No, you're probably right.
But it even has 2 asses. Hey, a benefit. You have multiple pockets.
I think the top ones are fake.
Oh,
I think that's what they were talking about. Okay, now, How much do you think these are?
Well, let's see. The mud jeans or the muddy jeans or the worker jeans or whatever you call it, those were like, what, $700 or something? I'm going to guess these are $300.
I'm getting this off of shopbop.com. So
Okay. $300.
Brett?
$500.
$695.
Oh, my God. Who is going to pay for that?
It's out of stock, too.
Oh, my God.
That means
There's probably
someone's
two
buying
pairs.
them.
Let's just hope there's two pairs in stock.
It's the same answer to the mud jeans question, Alex.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who would wear that? They're called high-waist double jeans.
Oh, my God. This is... Did you... I really don't know what to say about that.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it
pretty
looks
messed up, isn't it?
absolutely stupid.
Looks
is what
horrendous.
It looks like. Let's say, oh, you know what? I put on this pair of jeans, and just because I felt like it, I put on another pair. Oh my God, that's a great idea. I'm gonna sew them together.
So thank you, Robot Pizza
Genius.
Van. You guys have some very interesting tales.
What was the episode that you had me listen to?
That was Rent-A-Fish.
Rent-A-Fish?
Yeah, and they actually the title is about I think it's a company in Japan that allows you to rent a fish for a day. I don't know. That's just wrong.
Well, either way, the parts of the episode
Might be
that I
getting that
listened to
wrong.
were good.
Yeah.
So good job, guys. I enjoyed it.
Yes. So yes, Robot Pizza Van. Weird, funny news.
I liked the part that you guys talked about with the strawberries on the pizza.
Yes, strawberries
That caught my
on
attention.
pizza instead of pineapple.
Yes.
Let's talk Infinity War real quick.
And then get out of here.
Yep.
So Brett actually watched a trailer.
I didn't want to.
You watched it?
She's so surprised.
Yeah.
Well, when we were talking about it on the pre-cast,
I did
she
not
was
think that
busy.
you were going to watch it.
I didn't want to. They made me.
Yeah.
Who's they?
Well, guys at work.
I was going to say the YouTube.
They're big.
The YouTube
they're
walked
big,
up.
The YouTube made me watch it.
They're big comic book movie people.
Yeah. Fans.
Okay,
Nerds.
so I know that you're not caught up with your Avengers movies
No.
and things. So I guess from a
You didn't see
person
the second one?
from
I thought you
your
did. I thought you did.
perspective, Brett, what do you think?
I mean, I could see people or fans of the Marvel Universe. I'm sure it was intense, and I'm sure the part at the end, I don't know if we're going to say it, really freaked people out when Thor's like, "Who are you?"
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know? So,
It's just very nice to get that introduction.
I'm excited.
well, yeah. You're excited about every Marvel thing that ever comes out.
Well, hold on a second.
I've always enjoyed the Avengers movies. The actual Avengers movies.
Brett,
They're
I'm
on
excited.
top.
And I was getting superhero fatigue. I didn't like Thor just due to the fact that I'm tired of it. I didn't like Spider-Man the same reason. I didn't like Avengers 2 last year. Was it last year?
Oh God, I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I think it was last year.
That one was like quickly forgotten, wasn't it?
And Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like I was like, I want to like these. They're great, but I'm just getting
Plus,
tired of it.
Black Panther's not even out yet, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if Alex is excited about Black Panther.
I
I'm
wanna
not.
see it.
When does that come out? Because
March.
this comes out in May.
I think it comes out in March or February.
Yeah.
So Disney Marvel is really doing the pattern of getting as much out there as possible. I mean, they did Doctor Strange, and
So
that was pretty interesting
My
too.
one friend at work, he's like, "What'd you think?" And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, you're gonna dump on it?" I'm like, "Well, let me explain myself. I've seen the Iron Mans and the first Avengers," and he's like, "Oh, you're way behind." I'm like, "Well, I backed off because it was just overwhelming." He's like, "Oh, well, I get that. It is overwhelming."
Are you ever gonna watch them?
I don't know. I won't say never, but I just have not made it a priority.
Because you got all 3 Iron Mans, all 3 Thors. You've got 2 Avengers movies, Ant-Man, Captain America trilogy, and Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep,
that's a lot.
Are you counting?
Oh, you can also watch the Incredible Hulk.
Are you counting Civil War and the Captain America trilogy?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
Captain America.
Well, I wasn't sure how
Civil
that
War.
worked.
So yes, Captain America.
Doctor Strange. Guardians of the Galaxy. That's like 15
I forgot about
movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's like 15
Holy crap!
movies.
So when all of these are
Okay.
done, there's going to be
And
a
you know
box
what?
set.
And you know what?
called the
Every
Marvel
movie
Cinematic Universe.
that you just talked about is in this movie.
It is.
It's
yes.
not going to be done.
Oh no!
Like
no.
the box set.
They'll never stop.
They'll never stop with Marvel. No.
I mean, they're eventually going to get into things that no one knows.
There is so much to branch off of in Marvel.
Different alternate universes, different timelines.
So much.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to talk about, which is actually a rumor, is what I found out by trying to look up the facts here. But it was rumored that this is the most expensive as far as a budget goes on a movie in history.
Probably the cast.
The rumor
probably Robert Downey Jr. takes the cake of it.
The rumor is that the budget. Right now, it's not confirmed, but the rumor is the budget is $1 billion, and the highest, or the one right now on record is the last Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought Avatar was
the last Pirates of the Caribbean beat Avatar, and it was like 400 million or some kind of weird number.
Didn't look that technologically advanced.
I don't know. I do remember talking about it though, that it was the highest budget movie.
You know why they could
Johnny
spend
Depp.
$1 billion on that?
All of the cast.
No, that's not what I was looking for.
Go ahead.
They can spend $1 billion on the budget because they put out a movie every 3 months.
Well, that's what I told Josh. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Several $100 million.
Does that make you mad?
No,
No.
It's very smart.
But because of that number, people are. That's the other thing is if they release these kind of numbers that, hey, yeah, we spent this kind of movie, that's gonna grab some eyes and some ears.
This kind of movie, money.
What did I say?
You said movie. This kind of money.
Spend
Go ahead.
This kind of money.
Yes, when you spend this kind of money on a movie, it's going to grab some eyes and ears to people and go, "Wow, I should probably see it." If you're spending $1 billion on a movie,
no, I don't care. I don't care how much they spend.
That's $500 million more than the top movie out right now. That's a significant number.
Well,
I want to know what this is.
My first thought is it better make a lot of money.
The other thing is that I did see that they confirmed this is the first movie in history to be completely filmed in IMAX. Oh, what was it called?
MR.
I want to say it was DMR or something, but it was another completely upgraded resolution or some kind of version of a movie.
You can always make things look better, but I'm still just good with whatever. You know, if I have to go see this in 3D, I don't care. I mean, it'd probably be good in 3D.
I think 3D has been a hit and a miss lately, but the last time we saw something in 3D and it actually was good was Star Wars Rogue One.
We didn't see Rogue One in 3D.
Was it not
No, Episode 7.
It was Episode 7.
Episode 7 we saw in 3D.
We saw that in 3D and it was amazing.
It was good.
It was actually
seeing
really
Kylo
good.
Ren's lightsaber. So yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
I know. Avengers, Infinity War. Check out the trailer on YouTube or on any social media website. It's probably on there.
Everywhere.
It's trending, and I didn't even know it was going to drop today. There was no announcement. It just suddenly happened.
I'm making a prediction.
Good Morning America. It was really strange.
Yeah.
I'm making a prediction.
Go on.
Which I think a lot of people are already anticipating.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose 1 or 2 Avengers.
Oh yeah.
At least.
You're going to lose quite a few, I think, in this first one.
Well, there's this one that comes out in 2018, and then the next one is in 19.
Yep. It's going to be a year until we get the closing of the Avengers.
At
least of this portion.
This portion.
Yeah.
People are referring to Thanos as a big purple Homer Simpson. Now I'm like, great. Why did I read that? Because now when I see it, I'm like, damn it. I'm like, now that's stuck in my head.
Yeah. So without further ado, guys, I think we need to get on out of here. Do you guys have anything else to say before we wrap up?
Nope.
No. So for T-Shirt Tuesday, we will not be having one for the month of December, as we said previously on this podcast. Instead, we'll be having a voting on what you want our next shirt to be. Yes.
Right? A poll.
Poll is the same thing as voting, in a sense. You're casting a vote. So we're going to have 4 different choices for our next T-Shirt Tuesday in January, and we're going to run. I think we'll just run the poll for about a week. Just keep an eye out for it. I think it'll be at the probably the middle of the month. So there'll be no T-Shirt Tuesday for December. So Alex and I are going to be traveling at the end of the month. So I think our last episode of the month is probably going to be pre-recorded, depending on our travels.
Yeah, just like last year.
Now we're going to plug it in. So if you are listening to or watching us, there are other apps you can find us on, guys. For our audio listeners, we are on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Blueberry, TuneIn, Satchel, the Xbox One podcast app, Google Play Music, and Podbean. And we thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing, reviewing us on iTunes, reposting us on SoundCloud. we thank you guys very much for doing that, and keep bringing those likes and shares. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. For our video, we are on YouTube every Monday. Around noon is when I like to post that up, so that way people can get half the day out of their way of work and all that stuff, and they can kick back and watch the PTO Unlimited podcast. So if you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe, and if you want to get alerts on it, there is a little chimey bell on YouTube that actually, when you click on that, you'll get alerts when our next video is up, and we're going to be putting more out there eventually in the future, so just keep an eye out for that. Every Tuesday night, we're on Exploded Radio on exploded.com or on the TuneIn app at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern. You can join us on the Exploded Radio. They play other music on there. And every Monday through Friday at the same time, they play other podcasts as well, except for Tuesday, which is us. For our social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. We are also on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. If you ever want to catch us live on our precast meetings, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our allotted time for when we do our precast meetings, where you can chime in, join us live, and give us topics to talk about, give us reminders of things that you want to hear. You're the listener. We want to know what you want us to give our feedback on. If you ever want to catch me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
All right, let's go, guys. It's time. So thanks for joining us. T-shirt Tuesday winner, which was
John.
Callie. Yes. We expect your email, PTOUnlimited@gmail.com. Bye.
Bye.